Okay, so I have some questions on this this new mask man, or wait, how do I say it? Joe Biden, I guess, came out today and said if you're vaccinated, then you don't have to wear a mask in indoors or outdoors. I don't think you should have to wear a mask ever. Anyways, what was the whole point of Roe versus Wade? You know, it's my body, my choice. But yeah, that don't exist anymore. Anyhow, so my questions on it is like the Fourth Amendment. How do you enforce something like this? Because my Fourth Amendment rights say like you have to have a reasonable suspicion to ask me for any documentation, period, whatsoever. So it's just kind of weird. Like, how are they going to enforce this? No doubt it's going to turn into a racist thing, you know, if, you know, and that can all be set up from the get go. I'm sure in poorer neighborhoods where people can't afford to buy masks as much as in other neighborhoods, they're probably going to go maskless all the time. You know, which is going to result in them getting asked for their papers more so than anybody else. Whatever the case might be, but it's just kind of weird. Or do we set up private security? You know, like I don't play games at Walmart. When I'm walking out the door after I've bought my items, the security guard or whoever it is standing at the front door wants to check my receipt to see if the items in my bag are legit, like I bought them. And no, I'm not showing you anything. You know, and I always get the feedback from them that no, the Fourth Amendment only applies to police and government to prevent, you know, this or that. At that point, I tell them we'll call the police then. You're not seeing my documents. One, this receipt I have is the only proof that I have that the items in my bag were purchased, and I'm not giving it to you, period. It's that proves that I didn't take anything. I'm not going to give it to you, and you can tell a different story. But yeah, I don't know why even people play that game. I asked them one time at Sam's Club, you know, does it say it in my contract that I need to stop here and show you that I didn't steal anything? And they told me that it did. I never went back and looked at it to see if it did, but I can understand. This is a place where everybody who walks out the door has to give a receipt. Whereas when you're at Walmart, that guy can stop whoever he wants based on gender, based on race, based on, you know, it might just be some nerdy dude that can't talk to women, so he stops every woman and wants to get a receipt, you know, who knows? But yeah, I'm just like, how do you not violate the Fourth Amendment rights that we have in this country and enforce a law that says, I don't doubt it's a law, but enforce something that says if you've been vaccinated. Well, I don't have to prove to you. Anyways, yeah, so that's on my mind. Probably the CDC will have their own police force soon, you know, and none of the laws will apply to them, just like the mask mandate, which was never a law, but still I'm not allowed in a federal building without wearing one. I'm not breaking the law. How can you take that away from me? You know, like, this whole thing is a disaster. So I may have spoke a little too early the other day. I said, you know, I was talking about immigration and the problems around the world and why it needs to be regulated. And I said on there that if you're Palestinian or in Israel or Palestine in Israel, you'd probably be okay today, you know, in today's political climate or whatever. I spoke way too soon because like a week later, they're about to kill each other again. But you know, that's part of the Biden administration. Trump had gotten the two countries at the table talking. I mean, everything was going good. Now today you got the squad and Ocasio-Cortez or whatever. She's literally saying that the Israels stole the land, or the Israelis stole Israel, and it's basically occupied Palestine, and basically there's no place for Israel. Like, it doesn't even exist. She's saying that they stole the land and it belongs to Palestine. And then if you look at Omar or whatever, I think it's Omar, she's from Palestine, and she's been going to Palestine and sticking up for Palestine against Israel and this and that. And it's really a bad situation right now. They had like some 1,200 missiles launched at them the other day, and Israel was able to shoot out the sky the majority of them. But it's really, really crazy over there right now. So you got that going for Biden in his first 6 months. His foreign relations is just falling apart. You got the border crisis. The border crisis is worse than it's ever been in history. I mean, you literally cannot ignore what's going on down there, and you can't propagate the severity of it. It's like, through Trump's administration, there was a lot of propaganda, a lot of trying making people believe that it was more severe than it is, and this and that, and it truly is a severe thing right now. And then you got, oh my God, what else? I mean, the whole administration is a train wreck. But yeah, so I'm curious on how the vaccinated and unvaccinated people are going to be regulated as far as being out in public in any shopping center or anything, and like that, and how that's legally upheld, if at all. Anyhow, yep, that's where I'm at.